Despite settling lower today, crude prices are up about 20% so far this year. Part of the reason for the climb is the assumption that global demand will increase. But as Jackie DeAngelis reports, that demand may not be coming from the places you'd think.
Crude oil prices continue to be lower for longer due to an ongoing global supply glut. Two ways to balance things out: produce less or consume more. The demand side of the equation has been a little bleak. Europe and Asia are where analysts look for an uptick. There hasn't been sufficient evidence that either market will move the needle that much. But there is a bright spot, possibly discounted: India. India uses roughly 4 million barrels of crude oil per day. That's less than half of what China uses. But with growth projected at 8%, analysts think Indian demand will pick up significantly.
They're so committed to growing manufacturing jobs. We've seen very strong demand for diesel on the back of that. But what's shocking about Indian demand growth is it's not just diesel, it's gasoline. They're also building a strategic petroleum reserve. So the question is India going to really replace China as a source of emerging market demand growth for oil?
Genscape recently highlighted Iran's push to sell its crude to India. India took in 6 million barrels of Iranian crude in January this year. That number went up to 17 million barrels in March. As Iranian imports increased, imports from Iraq and Nigeria have gone down. In an environment where market share is king, this is an important sign.
Everybody wants to be at the best party in town, and India really is, for oil demand growth, the best party in town. So it's no surprise that what we're seeing with the Iranians is a clear strategy to undercut the other producers to gain market access.
So far this year, demand's been flat to slightly higher, but recent estimates indicate that OPEC is still pumping at record levels.
The growth trend for India is spectacular, really, as is their economic growth. But again, the question about their energy intensity is a different matter. The growing demand in India is more of a glimmer of a bright spot than an actual bright spot at this point.
When it comes to oil, something's got to give, and demand from India just might be it. For Nightly Business Report, I'm Jackie DeAngelis.